What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. Hope you enjoyed that last episode with the patio. I know it was pretty sweet. It was one of my favorites. If you haven't already,
please hit subscribe.
It's kind of a muddy day here. Rained all weekend, so we are coping with that at the moment. But now, time to move on to the decking. I decided to change up the plan a little bit and do a herringbone pattern on both of these decks because I got the idea for it and I just thought it would be really sweet. It would pick up the diagonal lines of the patio, so we're gonna have to add in some more blocking here, but I think it's gonna be worth it because it's just gonna be a really unique detail that we haven't done before, so I'm really looking forward to it. Stay tuned. We also got a new team member here today. Wave it. Josh is showing them the ropes, and we're getting some of this trim installed. So you can see we're using the 3.5-inch Deckorators Sierra boards on the perimeter, which looks really sweet. I think it gives it a little bit of a modern touch with that thinner board, so it's looking really cool. And what we can do now is really function with 2 teams of 2, with me kind of jumping in wherever I'm needed, and things are gonna be moving a lot faster. We can really do 2 things simultaneously. I'm expecting to get a lot done here. Essentially what we're gonna be doing is having a herringbone pattern meet in the middle of both of these decks. It's gonna look really cool. So all we need to do is have flat blocking right in the middle where those boards meet, and we're also gonna have to have blocking around the perimeter where those boards will be on a 45 and it meets our border. You can see we're using these 3.5-inch Deckorators Very plank boards for our fascia detail. And the thing I really like about it is they're 3.5 inches. So we have our risers at 7.5. So we have 3.5 1/4-inch gap, 3.5 1/4-inch gap. And then the next piece, which is here, is gonna line up right with our next riser. So you can see here, it's a nice clean look when it all lines up like that. We now have our first piece of this herringbone pattern installed. Basically what we did was use this big collapsible square, set it up on the corner, and now we have a nice 45 off of our edge. We've also marked the center line. Basically the middle of this board, this point right here, when you have it on 45, that's what we wanna line up with the chalk line there. Then we're gonna have a nice straight, even pattern going all the way back. So now we're ready to put our next piece in. And after we get these 2, we can just work off of this. So this is kind of the most important part here. So we're gonna maintain a gap with a speed square. So I am tight up against that. This is our board that we already installed and we know is in the right spot. So I have our collapsible square against there. Okay. I'm lined up pretty good here. And this looks money. So now I'm just gonna put some screws in this. We're gonna get this one set, and then we can use our regular fasteners and start installing all the field here. What do you think, Pat? So as we're rolling on all the field boards here in the herringbone pattern, we're also installing all of our treads. Check out that corner detail. Ew! Ew! We're gonna get this installed. We wanna finish this deck completely because the homeowner does have dogs and it's a huge pain. They've been without that back door for a while. So we wanna make sure that tonight they can just open that door and let the dogs out. We're back here for day 2 of decking, and we are moving along really beautifully. We have all the field boards installed here, and Ant is gonna start cutting that with the track saw to install our border. And we really have 2 teams going here. So we have this deck going in as well. So we're getting all these field boards in while we're doing the border over there. Hopefully we can finish this up, get everything tied up on this today as well, and keep it moving. So when we're setting this up to start our herringbone pattern, we have this big collapsible square on the edge of our deck to make sure that we're going on a 45. And then the next thing that you want to do is make sure that your middle is lined up with where you want the middle of this to be. So we have it marked out here. We're 86 inches from this side, and then you're gonna mark halfway between this board. So we have it marked at 2 3/4. And then once we got this square against the collapsible square, we pull from there, make sure that this point is right at 86 inches, and we know that we're at a 45, so we get this one set, then we can flip the square over, and for our starter piece on this side, we make sure that this is perfectly 90 degrees from this board. What do you think, Pat? We're getting the center set, and then we have 2 people working on this, 1 person going that way, 1 person going that way, and we should have these installed pretty quickly. Also, we need to cut these down because they're running into the house, and as this goes back, all the cuts are the same length. So we're at 115 here, so we can pre-cut all these in both directions, and everything's good to go. So the measurement doesn't change until it runs into the house over there, so this part should go pretty quickly. We got the tracks all set up here, El Makita. So our longer track hasn't come in, so we're gonna have to move this a couple times, but we have our line snaps. You can see we've got a nice amount of distance between the last screw and this cut, and this is gonna be a flush cut right on the edge of this track, so it's really easy to line up and give us a beautiful straight cut. So we're gonna get all of these cut, get the borders installed while this is going on. So this one's gonna be pretty much wrapped up in a couple minutes, and then we can start installing our railing posts and getting those Deckorators aluminum railings going. We now have this deck pretty much finished up. You can see we have this border in here, and what we did was a double border. We have this thinner 3.5 inch plank and then a 5.5 inch plank, and it really looks super cool with this herringbone detail. And the beautiful thing about the efficiency we got going on is while that was getting done, we got almost all of our field boards in here. So we're cutting in the border. We have a few more to finish up back there, but we want to be able to work on this border, then we can finish installing those boards, and we can start on the railing. So this thing's moving very fast, and I'm pretty psyched about it. Last step here is installing a railing here, and please excuse this guy. Must be important.
My boss is filming me right now.
Anyway, so what we got going on is the Deckorators welded rail. And Pat, what do you think about it?
I like it.
This is the Deckorators welded aluminum railing. So you can see the sections are all pre-assembled, which makes it super easy. So all we have to do is we have the posts here, and those just get lagged down into solid blocking underneath. We can just cut these sections right to length. Let's see if we can show you. The hardware just attaches right to the end of the section after you cut it, and then it all stays together. Put a couple screws in it, and that's it. Super easy, especially now that it's welded. It makes the whole process super smooth, and it's also really strong. It's a lot more rigid than the ones that you assemble on site, so I'm super happy with these. They also have a new powder coating this year, which I like a little bit better, but yeah, this is the last step. We'll also put a cocktail rail on here. It's looking pretty good. That's a wrap for the deck. Once again, I'm just gonna let the drone pictures do the talking on this one. So until next time, this is Premier Outdoor Living.